Hello there. I hope that you're enjoying your holiday and thank you really for staying with us. This is the AM show. Time now to review the news. And of course, today the biggest news is that we're celebrating Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah and the legacy he left behind. How was that even finding expression into our lives today, politically, economically, and every other thing that's related to it? But more importantly as well, there's so much happening in the news. Yesterday, you must have seen that there was a vigil ahead of a major protest today. And it's all because of one big conversation, Galamsey. Surely you must have seen as well on the news, if not my Joy Online, other portals, that a new study suggests that you just might be eating kontombe with some heavy metals in there. How healthy is that? How is our fight against Galamsey panning out? We'll talk about all of that. And joining me this morning is Wanda Victor Kuto. He's a lawyer, NEC member as well, with the NDC and a board member at VRA. We have also been joined by Richard Gyamfi. He is NPP Communications Director. It's part of the team as well. Thank you, gentlemen. A happy holiday.
Yeah, happy holiday. Thank you.
Yeah. Let me go to Richard. How's the day coming out for you already? It's just about how many? Well, yesterday was the birthday.
Yes, actually.
But today is when all of us as a country, we say that, of course, let's observe the legacy of Osagyefo. How are you feeling about today?
I'm feeling very great, and it's a time for reflection as a country, how far we've come. And also, it's important that as a country to lead or leave behind some legacies. I mean, these are inspirations for the generation and the generations unborn, that if you serve your motherland well, you put aside all the attacks and the difficulties, the complications that comes with, back in days fighting colonialism and active Africanist ideas. If you do it well, you'll be remembered.
Right.
You might die because we are all fallible, but your name will live on. And this is exactly what we are experiencing with Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. So I am in high spirit today.
That's very beautiful because 160 and 116, and we still talk about him like it's just yesterday. It's just amazing. Yeah. Wanda, how are you feeling about today?
Oh, that's a great day. I mean, Nkrumah never dies.
Yeah?
Yeah. And I'm very happy. I'm very happy to meet this day. If you look at the work Nkrumah has done in terms of electric power, you mentioned that I said on the VRA board, the first time I visited the Akosombo Dam, so wow, apparently Kwame Nkrumah was the first board chair of VRA.
Was he?
Yeah.
Ah, that's nice to know.
I mean, his vision, look at the Temamoto way, the harbor, the healthcare. I mean, it's a great day. It's a great day. But today I will spend my day basically, sometime around 2023, I'd written a book on immigration, and I practice immigration law in the US. So I'm putting the book together to publish. So today I'll spend my whole day at home.
Putting it all together. Okay.
I publish the book.
Okay, oh, that would be so nice. I'd love to read that book.
It's called Immigration Formula.
Okay. There's a formula to it, right?
We talk about this asylum, deportees, application for US visa, and all the social ties, what constitutes social ties, and all of that. Yeah, it's a very good book. Okay.
Well, before we actually even get into the Nkrumah legacy, I like to think that everything happening in the news can feed into the Nkrumah legacy. But for you, and over here, of course, by now would give you some time to tell us what is on your heart, maybe what's in the news or something that's happening that you like to draw our attention to. What would that be, Richard? Do you have anything on your heart you'd like to share?
Well, I mean, the topical issue today is all about Galamsey. Before I zoom in, I think I must commend how you are looking today.
Oh, thank you.
You're looking very beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes. So I will say good morning to your cherished listeners and viewers. And also a special greetings to my boss, the incoming flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party, and the subsequent president, the next president for the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, and all the national executives and the party at large. Yes, we know we are celebrating Osagyefo Kwame Nkrumah, and I believe that we will zoom in more. But what is happening in the country at the moment, that every Tom, Dick, and Harry, from the west to the east, from the north to the south, is concerned about is Galamsey. And if I may, I've stated this repeatedly, and I am now thoroughly convinced that the President, John Dramani Mahama, he lacks the political will to eradicate this menace. I mean, we shouldn't mince words or be excessively skint with the truth. I say this because you will agree with me that this canker is now a national disaster and a fatal tragedy, excuse my pun. Because I say this because his actions, I mean the president's actions and those of his government, suggest to me that they are highly complicit in this Galamsey, the current escalations of Galamsey, what is happening in the country, particularly given the reported cases that they are now actually doing business with illegal miners. They are buying gold from illegal miners. So,
how do you mean? How are they buying from illegal miners?
Exactly. The president admitted in front of your own cameras, your colleagues, national television, that they are buying gold from illegal miners. In fact, it was one of your own colleagues from multimedia who posed that question. And the president admitted that, yes, they are doing business with these guys. And to the shock of many...
He said that directly?
Well, whether he said that...
Or you're inferring?
Whether he said that directly or I'm inferring, everyone with good understanding of our language, whether being English or people could decipher and grasp that this is what the man was saying, that we have to get the gold by hook or by the crook. So if it's coming from illegal miners or whoever is coming from, we are going to buy it. And I ask myself, what must it take before the president acts? Nobody put a gun to NDC and President Mahama's head when they signed that pact with Ghanaians that within 120 days they were going to do 26 bullets that they gave us. Bullet 19 is to ban all illegal or small-scale mining. You can check. There are 120 days contract that they signed with us. Normally, if you want to rule or you want to win power, you come up with your manifesto. This guy, this time, because of desperation, they move a step further, gave us 120 days plan that they are going to see that this is going to materialize if we believe in them and give them power. Point 19, that within 120 days, they were going to ban all sort of mining, small-scale mining. Today, 22nd September, how many days? 258 days. The president, is he asleep? What is happening? Your own colleague, sometimes when I read his social media updates, it feels like I'm reading Lamentations in the Bible. It's so sad. So back to my point, what must it take before the president will act? At what level, in terms of stability in our water bodies, will prompt the president to act? How many babies and kids who are being born in this country, how many of them should be deformed? Lifetime deformities before the president acts. How many forest reserves should be invaded by NDC tax before the president acts? How many people should die, or how many people should be diagnosed with Galamsey-related kidney issues before the president acts? I mean, I joined a call by many progressive Ghanaians that this is the time, and the time is right for the president to call for the national emergency, declare a state of emergency on all Galamsey sites. Because I was listening to your report this morning, and it's damning. I don't know whether MFI, you've come across the Pure Earth study that was released yesterday.
Yes, they did in collaboration with EPA.
It's so sad and difficult to explain, because if we are not careful, our generation will be marked as the worst Ghanaian generation ever. I say this because we are living like there is no tomorrow. We are basically decapitating the future generation of this country. How? That today, if my grandmother in Konongo buys kontomire for ampesi. You know, that's my favorite. Yam and kontomire with, hot oil.
You share the same palate with my producer, Kingsley.
Oh,
he loves kontomire.
fantastic guy. So now, if you are eating kontomire, you are really consuming lead or mercury. I mean, the report, I took my time to write few bits because it just came yesterday. And they did this in collaboration with the EPA.
Yeah.
And it's sad.
They cited fish as well. So if you harvested fish from any of those waters as well, you're likely to be eating contaminated fish, kontomire as well. But
I'm from Ashanti region. Let me finish this.
Okay.
They are saying that Konongo Zongo, and there's one guy I like about everybody when you talk about Konongo Zongo, you know that's where Black Sheriff is coming from. The mercury levels in that soil is now 1,342 parts per million. What this means is that we are over 130 times above the normal level. And the president is looking on.
did this happen just in 8 months?
It didn't happen in 8 months. Okay. But every evidence points to the fact that it has escalated. Now, one of their own cabinet ministers just a few months ago told us that when it comes to the fight of Galamsey, the buck stops with the president. He is the only person with the executive power to stop Galamsey if he has the political will. And if he actually does, he will stop it, or he can stop Galamsey within a week. It's been 9 months now. What is happening? These are the questions we are posing. And now it is so bad, arsenic levels 4,000% over the normal limit. And these have dire effects on children, on the brain formation of children, cancer, and skin lesions. So what is happening in this country? So I'm saying that as a matter of urgency, the president, I'm joining the call for him to declare state of emergency. And perhaps on a lighter note, there will be a day will come when we will declare Ghana Day of Shame, to understand how come a group of people manipulated to sway over 6.3 million people on the whimsical promise that they can end Galamsey within a week. Today, here we are. We are as the worst generation ever to live, because we do not care about tomorrow. We are only interested in what we do today. Go to our win. The president has been petitioned by the traditional rulers that the kingpin of Galamsey is their own MP, an NDC member. Today, if you go to Upper Denture, the chairman of NDC is able to stop military personnel who have been taxed by government to go and fight Galamsey. That because he is an NDC chairman, he has power. He is willing power beyond that of the military. You should cry as a Ghanaian.
Well, I'll stay with you, because for 8 years, we didn't even declare a National Day of Shame. For 8 years, when of course, the then president as well put his presidency on the line.
For 8 years,
yeah,
the mercury level in the soil didn't reach this point.
That's a good response.
For 8 years, the level of lead didn't reach this point. For 8 years, the arsenic level didn't reach this point. Now, it is so bad that even the playgrounds where our kids and toddlers play, it is going to turn into a cancerous situation. So it is terrible now.
Okay. Wanda, so you've heard Richard, and it's not just Richard. This report is very public. I recall that some time ago on the show, we spoke to the NGO, Pure Earth, and they actually explained how dire or how serious this matter is. For now, it's right at our doorstep. Because you cannot assume that the kontomire and the fish harvested in that area is only eating over there. Could be eaten by somebody as well from the Volta region. And so we are definitely all at risk. How concerning is this report and the many other concerns about illegal mining is to the current government?
Thank you very much, my dear sister. Good morning to Richard and our viewers. I must say that when it comes to the issue of Galamsey, I have always wished that we discuss it in a manner where we do not put politics in it.
I think it's exactly what we're doing.
Yes, yes. And I'm saying this because, as for the MPP, I've always said that if they are not ready to be truthful, at least, at the minimum, they should be factual. They've been in power. They just left power some 8 months ago. We're in this country. The then Minister for Sanitation, the Honorable Sisadapa, visited Ghana's water bodies. When she got to the riverside or the water body, you know what she said? She said Ghana had no future in this country. A cabinet minister. When this country for 8 years, you saw what protesters went through when demonstrating on Galamsey issue. We all saw it in this country.
Don't start that.
I remember even this lady, Ama Governor, it was one of those protests, some of the comments she passed in the process of protesting that delayed her call to the bar. In this country. So I've come to realize that opposition gives people the opportunity to have some level of sense. I say this with the most of respect. Because when did they find their voice?
Did you not have the same voice when they were in power?
No, I will tell you the steps we have taken. I will tell you the steps we have taken. You just left power some 8 months ago, and today you have look
but
at what.
Of course, the minister. They are also Ghanaians. They're drinking the same water.
No, they ought to have. If they had Ghana at heart, they ought to have. So we shouldn't be here.
But is that why they were voted out? But that's why they were voted out.
Exactly. So they
because we're not impressed.
So they should not, exactly. So they should even admit and apologize to Ghanaians. And I must commend Dr. Baume because he has started apologizing already.
I will also apologize today. I will also apologize today.
So we are accepting apology.
That is the reason why you voted us out.
Exactly. So we are accepting apology.
So don't start with this arrogant posture of trying to subtly insult Ghanaians.
So what does the apology do? Does it solve the matter? Does it reduce
I'm happy they are apologizing. All these people, they have no credibility. We are solving the problem. Look, as you speak now, you need license.
Okay, you take the NPP out. Yes, Wanda, take the NPP out. Speak to me. I'm a Ghanaian. I drink the water. I eat that fish.
I'm happy. I mean, he has admitted that they couldn't manage Galamsey well.
Yeah, that is why we are in opposition. Manage it.
Easy.
That's why they were voted out. That's what I'm saying. So let's stick to your promise.
You could solve it in a week.
My brother, I'm happy that he has admitted that they were incompetent in managing Galamsey. That is enough. Now, we are solving the problem. Now, today, you need a license before you can import excavator into this country.
Stop lying.
You need license. You cannot just bring excavator into this country. This is both.
Is that what you have been finding, or is that what you have been discovering, that because people didn't have license to import excavators?
One of the major tools that they use to degrade the environment is excavator. It's a major tool in Galamsey operation.
So if you have a license, you will not use it to mine illegally or what?
So before you are given the license, certain checks are done. And let us have this in mind. There's nothing wrong with legal mining. It is the illegal mining that we are against. We must separate the two. Because as part of our natural resource in this country, it's gold. So there's nothing wrong for legal mining. It is the illegal mining. Let us drive this narrative well. It is the illegal mining that we have problem with. And before you bring excavator, before you are given the license, the necessary checks will have been done. And that's a major step. Look, a sudden call that there should be state of emergency. State of emergency will only come in if all other means have failed. And we are on track to solving this problem. We're on track.
Take me on that track. Let's go. The launch of the Blue Water Guard.
Exactly. Look. I don't want to remind Ghanaians of what happened on August 6th. We lost 2 cabinet ministers. You know what they were going to do? They were going on activity related to the fight towards Galamsey. This government is actually committed to the fight against Galamsey. I have just told you. And as we sit here today, the report that we had referenced, when the report comes, we must look at the context in which the report was done.
Okay.
You see, the accumulated effects. Today, if you look at most government CEOs who go to Parliament to respond to issues at the Public Account Committee, they are reporting to things that happened the previous year. But if you're not careful, you would think that this government has committed a mess. But because we have taken over, we are forced to respond to things that had happened in the past. So when you see this report, we need to be careful.
Between the time that mechanisms or vehicles like the Blue Water Guards were launched,
that's right.
Are you able to give me some measurable results? Are you able to because
no, it's early this year to quantify the.
No, but if people are mining, if you tell them to stop, you can see it, except the water will not go back to its clear nature immediately. But if people are mining and the Blue Water Guards are working, you can see that is very measurable. Oh. It's not inconspicuous, is it? Oh
no, but if you look, there are some areas that illegal mining has virtually stopped. But like I said, there are other areas that legal mining is continued. I mean, we need to separate the two. We need to separate the two. People keep, unless of course we are saying that there should not be any mining in this country.
I don't think that's what we're saying.
Exactly. So there's legal mining ongoing and illegal mining has been stopped. I agree that not entirely, but we have taken the challenge and we are solving the problem.
So, Richard, Wanda is saying that they're solving the problem.
I mean,
I feel that nostalgic feeling because it would be if it was just a year ago again, and I was sitting here and Wanda was at the other side, and you were here, you were in government, and then Wanda was in a position. I like to think it will be like this, more like
no,
I'm getting
it wouldn't because that cap per se that we put politicians in, that because perhaps I'm in opposition, I'm supposed to oppose every decision made by government, or because I'm in power, I'm supposed to support everything that the government does. That is not the case. He started by saying that we shouldn't politicize this and just move seamlessly into attacking MPP. So it makes the whole argument.
Maybe he's asking you to come to the table with equitable hands.
And you have apologized, so let's move on.
Maybe he thinks
yes,
to come to the table with clean hands.
Yes,
we all agree.
So let's move on.
I am not here to compare MPP and NDC. But if you are forcing me to, I mean, my friend here, the first 2 years, Akufo-Addo government, there were total ban on all form of mining, whether illegal or legal. 2 years. Before the CSOs and the people in that sector actually petitioned the president for him to, overturn the decision that he made earlier. You were saying that
Did you say there was a ban?
Yes.
And
yes, there was a ban.
Did you see the outcome as of last year?
What are the outcomes?
When Cecilia Dapa visited the water board, he said we had no future.
But today, when Cecilia Dapa visited those,
there was no future.
Let me talk. When she visited, let me talk.
Professor Boat.
Allow him.
Let me talk.
Allow him.
When she visited those water bodies, based on what she said, was it a lie? Was it a lie? What she said then, was it a lie? Today, we are witnessing far more deterioration.
You are solving the problem.
You are solving what? Today, people in Konyaku, they cannot get water to drink, water to even bath, because they are now digging boreholes. And per this study that have come out, it's suggesting that even boreholes are going to be contaminated. Because
the water that woman was just preparing to take a bath in that news report was also fetched from a borehole that still needed a boil.
Yes, and added an alum to it. And you sit here to say that you are working on it.
Not really politicizing this. Why do you think that you say, the government says that they're solving the problem, but there seems to be a one voice in this country saying that we're not seeing results? Walk me through again. Maybe you're doing it and we're not seeing it. Because I'm a news collector, I'm a journalist. How am I not able to measure, to tell the viewers today that you're really solving the problem? It's 8 months, nearly 9 months into your regime. Walk me through. What have you been doing?
No, MFR, first and foremost, I agree with you, the sentiment that you appear not to see instant results.
Because nothing is happening.
You understand? I do agree with you. And I could appreciate that because of the pain we've gone through, what this cancer has caused us. So it's quite understandable. And if you look at the issue of solving Galamsey, if, for example, government bring a regulation that you ought to have certain documentation in order to import a major asset like excavator into the country, you will not see the immediate effect of that decision.
But the effect of illegal mining is quite immediate. Do you not have immediate measures? Why are we using long-term measures to solve a problem that is existential?
You had rightly mentioned the blue guards. You had rightly mentioned the blue guards.
I remember the blue guards, but I'm unable to point out any results from the blue guards yet.
If I can help you with the blue guards. There is an evidence, mounting evidence that even some of the blue water guards in Western region, in fact, they were so not doing anything that they had to be given order from above to direct traffic These are the things they are talking about.
I'm not able to.
I will find the video for you. Now he talks about excavators. Let me finish. Let me make this point, because this report was from JoyNews, and I read. They say massive excavator import to Ghana with late night clearance at the Tema port. This report was by JoyNews. You sit here. Please be updating yourself.
Wanda was on you were making the point that you need a license to import excavator. Then what and so what?
Yeah, but let me make this clarification.
And they clear it nicodemulously at the night of...
Richard.
Okay, sorry.
Let me make this clarification on the issue of moving excavator from the port at night. I think the president made a clarification that the excavators that were at the port, the space, so they had to move it out to a safe site so that there will be space at the port. I mean, this clarification has been made long ago, so I'm surprised he's brought it out, but it's okay. So back to the issue about the excavators. I'm saying that unlike the previous regime, today you cannot just import excavator into this country like just importing a normal vehicle. Certain documentation has to be met, and I'm saying that the impact of this decision is not something that you can see immediately. And bear in mind that this is a government which is barely 9 months old. We've brought the blue gas on board. And some of the mining that you see...
If you bought excavator and you shipped it, the earliest it will get to Ghana, say maybe 4 weeks or 6 weeks. If it's delayed, then maybe 2 months, I think. So the ones that if you had not brought this policy or this law that you need documentation before you would import, they would have imported it and would be seeing the repercussions, say, after 2 months or 3 months. We're talking about the ones that are existing here already, the excavators that are in Ghana here already. And by the way, I don't think it's only excavators they used to do the illegal mining. There are other ways in which they mine. We're talking about today. So you are telling me what we will see, say, in the next 2 years or 3 years, right? Because you have banned the importation of these machineries. But now, today, internally, tomorrow, if you and I go to Kwenyaku, what are we going to drink? What water are we going to drink?
So like I said, it's okay when all the blame is being put on this government, because...
That's not what we're doing.
Because we promised a reset. But I'm just telling you that this 8-month-old government, for example, has introduced blue guards to protect the water bodies. This is a practical step towards preventing illegal mining. We must be careful. We must be careful and cautious in calling for a state of emergency. I know the excesses that comes with it. That should be the last call. We must be careful. It is not for nothing that the previous government was in this country for 8 years without declaring a state of emergency. For 8 years. So we must be careful in rushing President Mahama to call for state of emergency, to announce state of emergency within 8 months of a very young government. Please.
Okay.
I have told you the practical steps.
The initiative.
Apart from the education, the public education, and all of that, government has taken steps to prevent illegal mining.
Beyond what
legal mining, we have to do.
Beyond what the media is doing, say no to Galamsey. Of course, you have seen what my colleague Erastus Asaridonko has been doing and all of that. What education is the government's been doing?
As I sit here.
As you say.
As I sit here, have I not spoken about the effect of the Galamsey and why illegal mining should not be done? And I'm not the only government official or government spokesperson talking about illegal mining. It's been across at the local level and all of that. But what I'm saying is that the core, because it is now clear that most people who are talking about the fight of Galamsey feel that we are at the point that there should be state of emergency. And I'm saying that should be the last call, particularly...
What do you think is triggering that? I mean, you understand what it means when the government is calling for a state of emergency. What do you think is triggering that?
Yes, because of the menace of Galamsey in the past last 8 years. So I understand that. I understand where that call is coming from. I understand that perfectly. You understand? But I'm saying that let's give this young government some time. You understand? We have shown good faith. I understand perfectly. I'm not blaming them. That is why we should allow them to protest. Because in the past, even protesting was a problem. Even protesting on Galamsey was a problem. We all saw it in this country. So I understand where that pain is coming from. Well, we had people that for the past 8 years, they couldn't do anything. But we have to move forward because they have apologized.
The introduction of the blue water guards.
Yes.
Did the NPP not have a similar thing?
Yes, we did.
What did you call yours?
I do not recollect at the moment. But I had a video to show you about the
video is this?
blue.
Before you watch the video,
blue water gas.
If you can tell us how their gas. You don't remember the name of the gas.
Wait. So this is the NDC blue water guard. MFA, you can have a look. Directing traffic. You can send it to your producer and then
okay, so, Kinsley, we'll figure out this. How do I know that they are the blue water guards?
But they are there on the street.
They introduce themselves as
they have fully done blue water guard costume.
He doesn't even remember the name of their
on the street of in the Western region.
Okay,
now let me go to the call for a state of emergency. My brother is saying that it was worse 8 years for the past 8 years. That is why there was the call or the needed call for state of emergency.
The growing outcry.
We've all agreed today, and there's a clear, non-biased report and study which has been released yesterday that the menace is not plummeting. It's actually souring. It's getting worse and worse.
So if I understand, if there was a call for a state of emergency in your era, we should as well use the
If MPP were to be in this state, where the Galamsey menace has reached an all-time high, I'm telling you, MFA, I would have joined that call for the president to declare.
Okay,
now let me please wait.
My final question on Galamsey, Richard. My final question, Galamsey, for Wanda is that, Wanda, you say that it's too early for this government for us to see practical results. Are you able to tell me some good timelines that I can hold you accountable to? And I don't want the government is working at it. I want some practical timelines.
By December.
By December this year.
Yeah, by December. And like I said earlier, we have forgiven them.
December this year, what will happen?
You will see practical steps. You will see that even the color of our water will change.
You have taken the steps already, so we'll see the results.
Yes.
Not steps, not new steps.
No. You see the results.
See the results
by December. And I'm telling you that we will be factual with the people of Ghana. We admit that we came and met a very bad state in terms of the river state and all of that. We admit. We are not even surprised because Professor Boateng has told us all of this when he wrote his report on the mining. Professor Honorable Cecilia Dapa told us when he visited the water bodies that Ghana had no future. So we knew what we were coming to face.
So December?
Yes, by December.
And all the water bodies to be clean?
Not all, but as much as possible.
What?
Not all. Not all. I need to be factual with you, but about 80%. You say
80%.
You want timeline? Yes, 80%.
Okay.
Not all. I will not sit here and lie. 80%. And let me also say one thing. Because we're on air, and just to assure Richard that he's been forgiven.
What?
They've apologized. But
I think they've taken the punishment already. They've been voted out.
No, but I want to also
take
tell
your final, big guidance.
I am saying that nothing has changed when it comes to the fight against Galamsey.
But you want results, do you not?
And that is why I'm saying
trust
that
us.
When Okujeto Ablaka was calling for a state of emergency, it wasn't the exact scenario. It's getting worse. When the current minister for lands and resources, Ama Kufibua, was calling for state of emergency, it wasn't as worse as we have it today. When your current minister for education, Honorable Haruna Idrisu, was calling for the state of emergency, it wasn't as worse as it is today. So please, be candid in your submissions and do not take Ghanaians for granted. Your number 19 of 120 days things that you social contract with the Ghanaian. Let me read it to you if you've forgotten. He said, we are going to ban illegal and new mining activities.
However, is what opposition can now
no, yes, because I need to hold you accountable. Gone are the days where NDC will use just sloganerism to win power. We are not going to hold you accountable.
Solving the problem. The menace, we are solving it.
Getting worse.
We have the blue guys there. We ban excavators. We are solving the problem.
You are banning excavators.
We are solving the problem.
Let's get into other stories.
We're forgiving you, okay?
Let's get to other stories. Wanda, this sits better with you, especially because we've seen that the NDC's chairman is on a thank you tour.
That's right.
And it's quite interesting because when the news started trickling in, or would say speculations, we actually brought a report of him when he visited the Eastern region, and he brought an explanation that, well, prior to the elections, he led the parliamentary campaign, and so it was just prudent that he would go out as well to also thank the votes that they made, right? But there is a chief, Nana Kwabena Ofori, Akroso chief, who is actually encouraging him to seek the flag bearership. And we also actually was wondering if it's a thank you tour and then the party's already gone for a thank you tour led by the president, then is it the party that is funding it? We thought to engage A Gyamfi, the communications director. He said that he would be surprised if it's the party that is funding the thank you tour. How is all of this sitting with you?
Yeah, thank you very much. As Ghanaians, we have some traits or some certain values that are part of our culture. If you were to travel out and you ask people what they think about Ghanaians, they'll say that we are hospitable, we are very respectful, and one of the key values Ghanaians we have is the sense of gratitude. It's part of us. So ordinarily, this shouldn't be an issue. I was part of the National Executive Committee that took a decision that the campaign that we will have, I'm talking about the 2024 campaign, will be multifaceted. Different approach, where you have the flag bearer on its own, the running mate moving, the national chairman moving, when the general secretary will be coordinating the campaign. Of course, I will not sit here and come out with all the strategies and how we funded our campaign. I won't do that because there will be different elections going forward. Now, implicit in that arrangement is what the national chairman told people when he went on the grounds. Luckily, I joined the national chairman official team in the Asante region. I remember when we went to Asawase and Asokwa, the national chairman promised them that he's pleading with them if they should vote for President Mahama and our parliamentary candidates. Even if the parliamentary candidate doesn't win the seat and he gets an appreciable vote, and President Mahama also gets major votes to add up to the national vote to win the presidency, he will be back to thank them. I'm quoting, he said it clear. He promised them. And we say, Ghanaians, we don't forget our promises. Ghanaians, we don't forget our promises. If somebody promises you and the person fails, you will definitely take the person on. So national chairman, having embarked and led a campaign, and again, let me repeat, these particular campaigns that we did was different than the 2016 and to a large extent the 2020 campaign. The 2016 campaign, we were having rallies where we bus people to the regional capitals. You see a lot of people. So when the president is speaking, you see the national chairman, the general secretary, everybody. But this time it was different because we knew that if we move on that tangent, we would struggle because the NPP had the resources. So the national chairman had to move to the communities. He never went to any regional capital or any constituency capital, district capital. He moved to some communities in order to avoid busing people and we have to give them money for transport. So in those meetings, he promised them that he will be back to thank them. So yes, the president, who is the leader of the party and government, is focused on the governance, quickly did the regional thank you tour. He went to the regions. So for example, the president went to Ho to thank the people of Votaraji. He never came to Awon, my constituency, to thank us. But we took it as once he had come to the capital, that's it. We appreciate. But the national chairman went to the communities. So if he decides to go there to thank them, there's nothing wrong. So
this is a party. This is an agreement by the party. This is an instruction by the party.
It's implicit because we had agreed on how campaigning will be done in 2024, and in the process of his campaign, he made certain commitments. But for that decision we took that he should go to communities to campaign, he probably wouldn't have made those promises if we had just done rally.
I mean, because you say we're just curious. So do all the party members know that this is the decision now? You're not doing a campaign like usual. Ooh. I ask this because Rasmo Barak seems to want to take us back into history, saying that this is very novel, it's very unlike.
Exactly, it's exactly what I'm saying. That even Rasmo Barak, Ras ought to have known that the campaign strategy for 2024 was novel. That's why I referred to the 2016 campaign that we didn't lost. We're doing big rallies. Rasmo Barak is my friend. Today, if you ask him on this same issue, he will give you a different view. Because he ought to have taken into consideration the nature of the campaign run in 2024. Of course, if one person out of over 50,000
When you was going for the campaign, the 2024 very decentralized campaigghing, wasn't the party that was funding it? Because it was an argument by the party.
You have asked a very brilliant question. Look, because of our oath of secrecy, I'm restrained. I'm restrained.
Wonder, the laws that guides a political party, is this some occult group or something?
No,
what's oath of secrecy or what?
Oh, no,
I'm not asking
I'm not able to give the details. But I'll respond to your question, but I'm just saying, respectfully, that I'm not able to give the key details. As national officer, some of the campaigns that I did, I had to fund it myself.
Okay, but for the chairman.
But the chairman is not a man of straw.
For the party chairman, 2024 election, I was right here and I was updating viewers each time he did a campaign. I'm asking, was it just, if it was just him, then today we can impute that knowledge that this is just him as well, going back to say thank you. If it was a different campaign strategy, which you say is quite novel.
Yes.
And it is a party's decision.
That's right.
Was it the party that funded him?
No, I just have told
you. Can tell only me, my ears. Was the party that funded him?
You want to trick me, your hair. But you see...
Yes, I'll come to you shortly.
I think it is people are seeing it.
So,
I'm saying that. But let me be quick, that this thank you to by the national chairman. Let me state it again. Yesterday, it's on Saturday, I stated it on Joy Prime. I'm stating it here again, that it's not state funded.
It's not. No, it can't be the state funded. That's because a party.
Point because
no, but it couldn't have been. No, but how would it even be state funding? Would ask you. You would account for every penny, but because it's your
party. For the avoidance of doubt.
Is it the party that is funding him? Because it was your campaign strategy.
And I'm saying that even the campaign, it's not like the party had the money somewhere.
If an individual donates or whichever way.
Yes, even the campaign, it wasn't sponsored. I've told you that even me as national officer, some of the rounds that I made,
Is the Senate cartel going to run for the flag bearership race?
What's the question?
Well, a Senate cartel run for the NDC's 2028 flag bearership race.
I'm not aware. He's not declaring intention. What I know is that he's the honorable national chairman of the party.
Would you be surprised if you see that if he declares his intention?
He's qualified. If
would you be surprised? We're not questioning his
I will not be surprised because he's qualified. He's of sound mind. He's 40 years and above. He's competent. So I will not be surprised. But today he's the national chairman of the party. Today he's on the thank you tour. That has nothing to do with a flag bearer contest. We have ministers who are working. We have the Honorable Chief of Staff who is also working. If they go on health walk or ministers go to work, we cannot connect this to a flag bearer race. There's no contest. Nomination has not been open.
You know, you are shocked, eh?
Let me, Richard. I mean, this is one of the days that we won't say do fear. You are invited to this person's house matter. So you tell us, have you followed the conversation?
I've followed keenly, and I think that I sympathize with the NDC a bit because what they are doing is gradually actually rendering the current president, as a lame duck. Because now you have an NDC, one side of the NDC is embarking on a thank you tour, and the other part of NDC is also embarking on a walking tour. So that is the NDC that we have today.
At least we are not seeing.
And you know what's also interesting is that all the NDC members without meaningful portfolio are following the chairman. All the NDC. Big names who one would have thought that by now they would have landed some CEO appointment, deputy CEO appointment. For example,
I mean, are you able to cite an example?
I mean, I don't. You know, I like my brother, but from the way he's speaking and all, trying to be economical with the truth, I think that Asiedun Ketia is what he's doing clearly shows that he has an eye for the presidency.
Okay,
now, what is happening in the NDC is that majority of them, the grassroots, who believe that NDC was coming to relieve them of their hardship, gave them job opportunities, all the sweet words that they were told by the hierarchy. Now they are living the real life, and now they know that's a small section.
Sorry to cut in, but I cannot reconcile what you're saying with the promises that the the then flag bearer made, says that he's going to run a lean government. So where were they going to be?
No,
Which promises are
so running a lean government, that's the executives, but there are a lot of other opportunities that when your government is in power, you enjoy. And that is how come that a small section of the people in NDC government enjoying every Saturday after taking all the goodies and, you know, increasing their calories, they decide to go on a walk with one of their preferred candidates. And those still wallowing and living like they were in opposition are now following the party man. So I am advising them, because we've been through that before as MPP.
Have you?
If you do not curtail this.
Advising us.
Yes, I'm advising you. If you do not curtail this and make sure that the cake is evenly shared, my brother,
it's cake sharing.
Our wish will come true.
If we're sharing cake.
No, I'm telling you, our wish will come true. Again, the grassroots of the party, from our own internal investigations, shows that majority of the NDC people are behind Asiedu Nketia.
MPP and almost are
behind Asiedu Nketia because, you know, all the people that are aligned to Asiedu Nketia, we have this political word in our party politics, are being mafiaed. Because if you are aligned to their chief of staff...
But is that not politics, though?
Yes, that is politics. So we should not be fooled to think that what Asiedu Nketia is doing is just a thank you talk. The man is trying to resonate with the people and to tell them.
What is wrong with that? Because you just heard him say he's qualified.
But yes, but he is denying the fact that the man is marketing himself. And I'm telling you, the party is sharply divided by those who are on the thank you talk and those who have ate and they are so fat that they need to go and burn calories every Saturday.
Who are these people who have eaten?
Yeah, he will be the best person to
Well,
judge.
I invited him to your house, Mata. It looks like he's talking more than you who's in the house. Okay, Wanda, in a few minutes we may be ending this part of the conversation, but do you have a few things you want to respond?
Oh, just to acknowledge, I mean, that we thank him for his advice to the party. But they should just focus on their primaries. They have a lot of sinners. They say, Bamiyan sin is it 10 or 8?
Bamiyan has no sin.
Okay, both of you tell me some of the things in your... So for the NDC, you're in government. What are some of the things you're doing now that you think is mirroring the aspirations of, or the aspirations and legacies of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah? What are some of the things?
Yeah, one, the no fish stress policy. Look, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah got free primary and secondary education. You see this unity that you see in this country is because of the boarding house system that we got. The mixture, where somebody can move from Volta and go to school in the north. Somebody from the north can go to school in the Asante region. Someone from the Asante region can go to school in the western region. This idea alone, by Kwame Nkrumah, has brought this unity into this country. The free education that Kwame Nkrumah introduced. Today, if you want to go to any tertiary institution, your first year fees is free.
So you must give credit to the NPP then. You must give credit to the NPP then. If you are talking about tertiary and education, which was one of the pillars of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah,
you know me,
then at least the free SHS.
Oh no, I mean, if you followed me, even in the position, I'd give some credits to the MPP for the free SHS. Okay. Although I said that there was room for improvement, because if you look at the IMF report, it said that the free SHS has reduced quality of education. It's there. But I give them credit that the thought of it alone was enough, even though there were SSs and all of that. So no two ways about it.
So you would say that
and we have taken education. Yes, and we have, and you know when we campaign, they say when we'll cancel it. You see that happened, has shown that it was just a propaganda. We have not cancelled free SHS. We've even tightened it. The Honorable Aruna Idiso has made it much more stronger. And we've even introduced a free entry into the tertiary system. And not only tertiary, not just universities. Not just universities. I mean, the training colleges, the polytechnics. If you are going today, free.
Okay.
Now, the National Apprentice Program.
Okay.
Over 21 billion Ghana cedis has been
just 30 seconds to add to that.
Yeah, the National Apprentice Program. Then the Ijumaura Program. And the National Entrepreneur Innovation Program, NEIP. A lot of resources gone there. And this is what Nkrumah was talking about. Investing in people, innovation, and all of that. Today, we are exporting power. And that is what Nkrumah did. By bringing Akosombo down. Today, there's no doomsday. We are exporting power. The Honorable Energy Minister is ensure discipline within the energy space. You understand? So basically, this government is committed. You see, in order to, as we prepare to introduce the National Women's Bank, over 21 billion Ghana cedi was paid to save the National Investment Bank. Since we came, no bank has collapsed. No bank has collapsed. This is a government that is focused. This is a government that is working. So this government is more of Nkrumah.
Well, what are some of the ideologies that is finding expressions in Osagyefo legacy?
Well, from our tradition, we are supposed to be a center-right party. Nkrumah was a socialist. But if you delve into the policies that these two parties have actually rolled out whenever they are in power, one will be confused that which party is actually a socialist. Because all the things that he is saying, the no-fee, stress-fee policy, to me, is a hoax. It is never true. It is never true that your first-year fee is paid fully by this government. And I stand, Richard, you can challenge me. What they are doing is that they are paying up to 2,000 cedis. And you can check and fact-check me when I leave here.
Is that a plus?
No, you are saying that the admission fees are being paid through this policy. And I'm telling you,
so they're paying some, not all.
Not all. And even if there is an anecdotal check, nearly 30% of the 30 to 40% students are yet to even receive this. The government has actually expressed and appreciated the Okay. So let's put it on record that they are not paying all admission fees for first-year students.
What are you paying all?
It's false.
There are some nuances in there.
Okay. There are no nuances. These are deliberate misconception that they are creating to the Ghanaian people.
Talking about those students,
they are only paying up to 2,000 cedis.
How much are you paying?
It depends on the user facility fee. You know, every university and the amount.
Yes.
And then talking about those students. Hold on. Talking about those students who have not received their money. You remember the government said that, look.
You have addressed that, then that's fine.
They should register.
That's
and
it.
Pay us arrears.
Okay, Richard, please proceed. Your 30 seconds in addition to your... Let him make his point.
And I'm saying that although we are a conservative kind of capital center party, we have rolled out policies that benefit the masses. And that is our ideology of a socialist party. So we take a bit of claim there. The free SHS, the National Health Insurance policy, that shows that irrespective of your geological, your financial background, you have the opportunity to universal health care. So these are some of the
gentlemen. Okay, I'm the host, so I'm the one that will say the outro. Yes.
You see, even though I'm a young man, the free sanitation pad that we brought, a lot of people mocked aside. They felt that,
you have just introduced the policy, you've not implemented it.
No. Even under Mahama 1, sanitation pad.
So
even if you go to
see, sanitary pad.
Yes, please.
Yes, but there's a huge flaw in that sanitary pad. They just gave the ladies or the girls one sanitary pad, and it's been 9 months now. Are you telling me? So if I give you sanitary pad,
why are you doing this?
Well, today is a holiday. So today is a holiday. We'll come down after the holiday. We'll revisit all of these policies. Okay, I promise. Because you have to. As for sanitary pad, you have my full attention. We'll discuss it. So, gentlemen, quickly, 30 seconds.
So the last point. So he said that the National Women's Bank, it is false. We all know that you need 400 million Ghana cedis to set up a bank. You told us you were going to give us 53.6 billion. As I speak today, there's 0 cedis.
You're watching the holiday edition of the news review on the AM show, and I thought it was going to be a rather calm day for these two gentlemen, but well, there's more on the show. We're still celebrating the legacy of Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Please stay.